Happy holidays, everyone, or actually, happy Wholidays. Wholidays, the grit. Yeah, my wife got me this because the Grinch is my favorite Christmas character. Don't judge. Anyway, so you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as a... Anyways, that's enough of that. All right. Today we'll be talking about talent. Do you have time or do you have talent? Now, the purpose of this video, I actually spent the time and actually wrote a script for this because I don't want to talk and just babble all day because I could talk about this topic all day. So I have a script here in front of me that I'll be reading from for the entirety of this video that I can stay on point. You guys can get in and you guys can get out, right? Don't want to waste anyone's time here. So if you don't see any eye contact, that's why. And not a single word of this was written by AI. This is all me, for better or worse. So my first script, just bear with me, all right? All right, so let's go. Just as a heads up, I am not a chess coach or a titled player. I'm just a regular guy, 36, responsibilities, a wife and kids, and have made a lot of progress while on this journey, and I'm just trying to help my fellow adult improvers out there. This video will be mainly for adults with responsibilities, a demanding job, spouse, kids, business owners, community involvement, stuff like that. Stuff that keeps you busy. That said, there's still a lot for everyone out there. Now, I'm going to start with a thought, and everything else in this video will flow from this idea. That is, the less time you have, the smarter you have to be. Let me say it again. The less time you have, the smarter you have to be. For the purposes of this video, when I say the word smart, I mean one's ability to learn. That is, the rate at which you learn complex topics, plus how strong your working memory is, right? Which is really important for a chess player because holding a position in your mind while calculating a particular line is something that you absolutely must get good at if you want to improve. All right, let's talk about children for a minute. Children don't have responsibilities, right? They can just play chess. Let's say a 9-year-old child, 12, 15, whatever, can accomplish more in a summer than an equally intelligent adult can accomplish in a year. And by equally intelligent, what I mean is IQ. Like, they're both average. We have an average child and we have an average adult. We're not comparing a gifted child with an average adult or vice versa. They're just regular people. The fact is, a passionate child will accomplish so much in a summer because they can simply play all day. They'll get up in the morning, they'll play chess. They'll do tactics all day. They'll watch YouTube videos all day. Thinking and think nothing of it. So how long would it take a child, a passionate child that really loves the game of chess? How long would it take them to do 1,000 puzzles versus a busy adult? There's a difference here. They're not competing on the same time scale. Time is so much more compressed for an adult. The adult just has less time to play with. Get it? Literally less time to play with. Never mind. The funny thing about children is that they can play hundreds of games, lose hundreds of games, and think absolutely nothing of it. Their ego isn't nearly as tied to the outcome of a chess game as an adult's. And as a result, children improve that much faster because their ego simply isn't in the way. Their ego didn't get enough time to develop. And for an adult, where so much of your identity is tied up in the outcome of the game, it hurts that much more when you lose. Because you think to yourself, oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I wasted so much time. Oh, I'm not as smart as I think I am. Oh, I just lost to so-and-so. Children have no such notions. These kids are just machines. They'll just play and lose, play and lose, and play and lose, and they don't care. And that's how they improve so much faster than you. Because when you're an adult, not only are you fighting against time, but you're also fighting against your very ego. Your ego gets in the way and it slows you down. So what do adults do to mitigate this? Well, we buy courses. We buy courses and courses and courses and books and books and books. And just so you know, Chessable is not really meant for children. Chessable is more like it's for adult improvers for the most part. Kids don't need Chessable or courses like that. A kid can simply brute force a lot of these courses that adults spend good money on. While for you, the adult, you're looking for a hack. You're looking for a solution to your problem. You're looking for an edge. So you spend money for an edge, hoping that it will save you time. But then you find yourself racking up courses. Now you find yourself in a position where you've bought multiple courses that you haven't finished, and you've bought multiple books that you haven't finished, all because you're trying to outspend your ego. So one of the things that you can do as an adult to speed up how quickly you learn is to stop caring about losing. Trust me, that will be a huge boost that will accelerate the rate in which you learn. When you decouple your ego from your elo, you'll be fine. So yeah, there's that. So now we have a child that has all the time in the world to play chess. And then you might only have 1 hour a day, maybe 2. So how smart would you have to be for 1 or 2 of your hours to be equivalent to a child's 8? Do you see what I'm saying here? You're going to have to be very smart and intentional to overcome this time deficit. So what I'll say is this. Don't try and compete on the time front. What you have to do is you have to have brutally efficient systems that will allow you to learn properly while not developing bad habits. One thing is improve your game psychology and don't care so much about losing. That's one thing. Another one is choose a Bible. Have a Bible. And what do I mean by that? Have a course or have one course or one book and you know it inside and out, mastering it. Completely squeeze all the essence from that course or book and get everything that the writer or creator intended. That will help you so much more than bouncing around from course to course to course and from book to book to book. Stay committed to whatever course or book you've bought and fight the urge to buy another one. Treat that as your Bible. Don't buy another one until you finish that course or book that you've already bought. Okay? So again, the less time you have, the more talented you're going to have to be. For the most part, you don't need to be particularly gifted to crack 2000. What you need is to be disciplined and focused because you don't have time to waste, literally. That's what you need. And a proper game psychology. That's what you need. Decouple your elo from your ego. And you can get there multiple ways, many ways actually. One way is to pick your biggest weakness and you improve that weakness first. You can think of it like a boat having multiple holes of varying sizes and you're just plugging the biggest hole first. All right, makes sense? So broadly speaking, there are roughly 7 skills that one can develop in chess. Openings, tactics, strategy, evaluation, visualization, and endgames, broadly speaking. So be honest with yourself and determine which of these is your biggest weakness and improve that first. Think of this as raising your floor. I know it's very tempting to always want to raise your ceiling, but it does you no good to be able to play like a 2100 at your best, but play like an 800 at your worst, right? Raise your floor by addressing your biggest weakness first, right? Another thing that you can do is work on your fitness and your diet. Yes, your fitness and your diet. Having a good cardiovascular system will do wonders for your overall mental sharpness. Generally speaking, just treat your body good, right? So what have we covered so far? Improve your game psychology as one. Two, improve your floor, that is to say, address your biggest weakness first. And third, improve your overall physical health, right? That's it. Now, there's a lot I could go on. Again, I could talk about this all day. But generally speaking, I feel like this should help a lot of people because this has helped me personally improve. I don't have a lot of time in the day to study. I don't have, actually, I can only do any meaningful chess work when everyone is asleep. The wife's asleep, my kids are asleep. I typically do all my puzzles, all my tactics, any opening theory. I do all of that between 10 p.m. and if I'm lucky, I can probably stretch it to like 12-ish, maybe 1 a.m. before I just have to go to sleep. So all of my chess progress has to be done at night some days of the week because I can't do this every day of the week. So maybe 4 days out of the week, I can study from 10 to 12, right? So I have to be very intentional about how I spend my time. So I'm just sharing with you guys, and hopefully this helps somebody, okay? And again, happy holidays. Well, happy Wholidays to everyone, okay? Take care. Bye.